Hello guys, hello everyone. Welcome to Infinite Floating Stocks. I am Venkat, and in this session I'm going to talk about forwards and futures. I repeat, in last session I have explained you about derivatives and what are the different types of derivatives that are available. Okay, now I'm going to talk about two types of derivatives, and the other two types, I'm going to talk about other two types of derivatives in another session. Okay, so for today, let's talk about forwards. I'm going to explain you about forwards and also futures. All right, so these are the contents for today's session. So I'll be introducing you to different types of derivatives, and also I'm going to explain you what is forward contract and what is futures contract. Okay, and yes, obviously I'm going to tell you the difference between forwards and also futures. All right, so types of derivatives, you already know what are the different types of derivatives. Okay, so I have already explained you what are the different types of derivatives in our previous we talked about different types of derivatives in our previous session. Okay, so there are four types of derivatives. Among them, the first one is forward, second one is futures, third one is options, and fourth one is swaps. Right? Yes, these are the four types of derivatives: forwards, futures, options, and swaps. Okay, so I'm going to explain you about forwards, futures, and also what are the different types of, what is the differences between forwards and futures in this session. Okay, all right, what is a forward contract? So, I mean, what is a forward contract? No issues. I'll be introducing you to this concept, this forward contract, and I'm going to explain you this with really good example so that you all get it clearly without any doubts. Okay, all right. Here comes the formal definition of forward contract. So don't get threatened by seeing that definition. So I'll be simplifying it for you. Okay, I'll be explaining the definition of forward contract with really good example. Okay, so for let's go through the definition formally. Then I'll explain you the concept of forward contract in with example. Okay, so a forward contract is an agreement entered today. I repeat, forward contract is an agreement. It's just an agreement which is entered today under under which one party agrees to buy, another party agrees to sell. Simple, right? There is no doubts in this definition. Okay, forward contract is nothing but it's an agreement entered today. Entered today is nothing but an agreement which is signed today. Okay, so forward contract is an agreement which is signed today, under which one party agrees to buy and the other party agrees to sell. Okay, a specified product or asset on a specified future date. Okay, at an agreed price. All right, that's the definition of forward contract. Now see, let's understand this definition in parts. So forward contract is an agreement which is signed today, under which one party agrees to buy and other party agrees to sell. Imagine that it's a contract between you and your friend. You both are agreeing on something. Okay, you signed some agreement today. Okay, so under which your friend agreed to buy and you agreed to sell, okay, a specified product, and you made that agreement today. And okay, the other party agreed to sell a specified product or asset on specified future date. You're gonna sell or buy that product on future date. For example, you made that agreement on December 1st. You're making that agreement till December 31st. So here the December 31st is future date. Okay, you're gonna buy or sell some product or something on December 31st, but you are making an agreement on December 1st. It's on first only. Okay, I repeat, you are signing the document on December 1st, but you are going to buy or sell on December 31st. Okay, but you are signing the agreement 1 month earlier. Okay. So that type of agreements are called forward agreements or forward contracts. I'm pretty sure most of the people are little confused about this. No issues. I'm going to explain you this with very simple example so that you get it directly into your mind. You get directly into your brain. Okay. All right. So example, imagine that farmer is making an agreement to sell vegetables to shop owner. Okay. I repeat, consider, just look at our example. Just listen to me. Farmer, okay, he's making an agreement to sell his vegetables to shop owner. Okay, imagine that today is December 1st. Okay, and imagine that, okay, farmer is trying to cultivate some vegetables and he wanted to sell all those vegetables or some flowers or fruits. Okay, farmer on December 1st made an agreement to sell all his fruits or vegetables or flowers to shop owner on December 31st. Okay. For that, the farmer has made an agreement with shop owner on 1st December itself to sell all the items which are cultivated by him in his farm. Okay. Imagine that the farmer has cultivated some fruits, vegetables, flowers, etc. And he told that he made an agreement that he gonna sell all those things which he cultivated to some shop owner on December 31st. Okay, that's an agreement between farmer and shop owner. Now see, imagine that farmer has agreed to sell vegetables. I already told you that the farmer has agreed or he made an agreement to sell vegetable at 5,000. Imagine that he told that he made an agreement by signing on December 1st saying that I'll be selling you for 5,000 for shop owner. Okay, he told farmer telling that shop owner that he'll be selling all the things which are cultivated in his farm will be given to that shop owner for just 5,000 on 31st December. Okay, and making a forward agreement on December 1st. Pretty sure most of the people got this example. It's a simple forward agreement or forward contract between a farmer and a shop owner. What is farmer saying? He's saying that he'll be selling all vegetables, fruits, flowers, etc., which are cultivated in his farm to a shop owner on December 31st. Okay, he'll be selling all those things to shop owner on December 31st, but he is making an agreement on December 1st itself. He's farmer is telling that he's gonna sell all those things for just 5,000 on December 31st. That's the agreement. Why do people make forward agreement or forward contract? Do you have any answers for this? All right, it's pretty simple. Let me explain you. Imagine that, for example, after December 1st, imagine that on December 10th, uh, I mean, that former land or that area had heavy rainfall or a cyclone. Okay, imagine that land or agricultural land or that area or that state had heavy rains or floods or cyclones. What happens if something like that happens? The farmer cannot the farmer cannot cultivate fruits or vegetables or flowers which he has promised to sell to that shop owner on December 31st, right? Okay, so in that case farmer may lose money. Okay, so to protect that money, he'll be making an forward agreement saying that he'll be selling all those things for 5,000 only. For example, if cyclone comes or if heavy rainfall happens or if floods comes, and if the farmer not able to cultivate goods or something happens, uh, he already made an agreement that he'll be selling them at 5,000. The shop owner has already agreed that he'll be buying them at 5,000. Okay, so according to agreement, irrespective of whether the farmer has cultivated or not, he'll be the farmer should be getting 5,000 from the shop owner because the shop owner has agreed to buy and the farmer has agreed to sell on December 31st, whatever the situation is. If heavy rains comes, if cyclones comes, if some disaster happens, if earthquake comes, and if farmer is not able to cultivate products, or if he is not able to produce, and if he is not able to sell, uh, I mean, there won't be any problem, because the agreement is done on December 1st itself. The shop owner has already agreed that he'll be buying them on the December 31st, whatever the situation is. So if the farmer is not able to cultivate, imagine that if the farmer not able to cultivate because of that earthquake or cyclone or something else, even though the farmer gets 5,000, okay, that's the forward contract. For example, imagine the positive side of this contract. For example, imagine that farmer, the land is very fertile, and farmer has made really some good amount of, imagine that the farmer has cultivated really good amount of fruits, good amount of flowers, and good amount of vegetables. Okay, on December 31st, the present, imagine that the present value of those vegetables is 8,000. Okay, but according to agreement, farmer should be selling them to shop owner at 5,000 only, because irrespective of situation, they made contract on December 1st only. If cyclone comes, if farmer not able to produce, even though the farmer gets 5,000 from the shop owner on December 31st, because they made an agreement. In That's the negative scenario. In positive scenario, if farmer land is good and there is no disaster, nothing, everything went good. If everything was good, and farmer was able to cultivate large amount of quantities of fruits, flowers, and vegetables, etc., even though the farmer has to sell all those vegetables to shop owner at 5,000 only, even if the value of those vegetables in the current market on 31st December is 10,000 or some 15,000 or 8,000, etc. Okay, whatever the price is, irrespective of the price, according to the agreement, according to the forward contract, the forward farmer need to send the vegetables to the shop owner for 5,000 only. If earthquake or something else comes, if he not able to cultivate, even though he'll get 5,000. If farmer able to cultivate good amount of quantities, if the value of that quantities is above 5,000 also, you need to sell them at 5,000 only, because of these contracts. Okay, so farmers generally make these type of contracts to be on safer side. Okay, because in most of the areas there won't be proper rainfall. In some other areas there will be high cyclones or cyclone prone areas, or some what floody areas. So because of all these situations, uh, in olden days and in present days as well, farmers usually make forward agreements with their shop owners, saying that they'll be selling all those products to shop owners for 5,000 or some 10,000, etc. According to that agreement, if they are not able to cultivate them, even though they wanna get money because of this agreement. Okay, if they are able to produce large quantities also, they will only get only 5,000. If they cultivate large quantities, shopkeeper will be at the profit. If farmer not able to cultivate, farmer will be at the profit, because anyway transaction is only 5,000. If it's over cultivated, shopkeeper will be profitable. If it's under cultivated, farmer will be profitable. Okay, so that's how the contracts, this type of contract is called forward contract. I'm pretty sure most of the people are very clear with this, with the forward contract. Okay, if not, no problem, I'm going to explain about the same example in further slides as well. So let's move forward. Okay, all right, here is a simple pictorial representation of few forward contract. Okay, so he's a farmer. Imagine that he cultivated some vegetables and he made a forward contract with this shop owner. Okay, this shop owner work is to just sell vegetables, that's it. Okay, he buys from the farmer and he sells to customers. Okay, so there won't be any broker involved in forward agreement. Very important point. This is very important point. There won't be any brokers or there won't be any middle persons involved in the transaction between farmer and shop owner in forward contract. Okay, so if some tsunami comes and if farmer not able to cultivate vegetables, he'll be getting 5,000 on 31st December from this shop owner. Okay, if farmer cultivates large amount of quantities, even though if the value of those large quantities of vegetables is 5,000 or for is 7,000 or some 10,000 also, uh, I mean the farmer will get only 5,000 from the shop owner because they already made forward agreement. They already made format contract on December 1st itself, irrespective of production, irrespective of situations happening. The transaction will be only 5,000 rupees between them. Okay, if the farmer is producing large quantities, shopkeeper will be profitable. If the farmer is not cultivating because of some tsunami floods or something else, he'll get 5,000 so that he can run his family. So in most of the in most of the areas, these forward contracts are still happening. Like I told, there are a lot many areas where they are prone to floods, heavy rains, or no rains, or no power supplies, etc. So because of that fear, if farmer is not able to cultivate something, he may be at loss, right? So to I mean for not being in loss, farmers try to make forward agreement with shopkeeper so that the farmers will get some money even though if they are not producing because of some external factors. Okay, so that's how farmers make agreement with shop owners. In bad scenarios, if they're not able to produce, they'll get money from the shop owner because they are making forward agreement. Okay, so there won't be any brokers involved in this. Transaction will be directly done between farmer and the shopkeeper. Okay, all right, now let's look at this example formally. We never know the value of those vegetables on 31st December. I already told you that irrespective of vegetable values, uh, I mean, if over cultivation is done, if the value of those vegetables is 7,000 also, farmer need to sell them at 5,000 only because of that forward contract. Okay, so we never know the value of those vegetables on 31st December. Okay, I mean, the price may go up or price may go down. It depends on demand and supply on 31st December, or it also depends on some external factors like tsunami, earthquake, floods, no power supply, no water, etc. Okay, but farmer has made agreement on 1st December itself, irrespective of situation, irrespective of production, irrespective of external factors, irrespective of supply and demand. Farmers will be making an agreement on first date of December, on first of respective months, and they'll be saying that at the end of the month they'll be selling at some price irrespective of the situation. Okay, so let's say what can happen on 31st December. All right, let's look at this case 1 and case 2. On 31st December, if price goes to 7,000, imagine that the farmer has cultivated 50 kgs. Okay, 50 kgs. And the value of those 50 kgs of vegetables is 7,000 rupees. Okay, but farmer will be at a loss of 2,000 because he already made an agreement saying that he'll be selling all his vegetables for 5,000 only. See, read this point. Imagine that farmer has agreed to sell vegetables at 5,000 on 31st December, making an forward agreement on 1st December. So even if the value of vegetables on 31st December is 7,000, he needs to sell them at 5,000 only. That's the forward contract. Now read this point. On 31st December, if price goes to 7,000 also, or if it goes to 10,000 or some 12,000, irrespective of that price, he the farmer will get only 5,000 because that's the contract made between shopkeeper, shop owner, and farmer. Okay, so farmer will be at loss of 2,000 because the current price is 7,000. Imagine that if if he did not made an agreement, he gonna sell those vegetables for 7,000 to some other shop owner or some customers. He'll get 7,000 if he's not making contract. But he already made contract. He already committed to sell all his vegetables to 5,000 only. So he'll get only 5,000 from the shopkeeper. That's it. That's a contract. That's the agreement. Okay. So loss is nothing but agreed price minus actual price on 31st December. So what was the agreed price? Farmer told that he'll be selling all his vegetables at 5,000 only, irrespective of situation. But the current price on 31st December or actual price on 31st December is 7,000. So because of that contract, farmer will be losing 2,000 here. Okay. Now let's look at second case, second scenario. Okay. On 31st December, if price goes to 4,000, imagine that there had a heavy rainfall, and because of that rainfall, farmer not able to cultivate more vegetables. Okay. He only cultivated vegetables, and the value of that vegetables the value of those vegetables is just 4,000 on 31st December. Okay. Now say farmer will be at profit of 1,000 rupees. Why? Because farmer has already made an agreement saying that he'll be selling all his vegetables for 5,000 irrespective of situations. Now because of some rainfall or some tsunami or some cyclones, he was not able to cultivate, even though he will get 5,000 from the shop owner because shop owner agreed to buy them for 5,000 irrespective of situation. Okay. So in this scenario, farmer will be at profit because the present value of vegetables is only 4,000, even though the shop owner is giving him 5,000 because of that agreement, forward agreement, which is made on 1st December. Okay. So in this scenario, profit is nothing but agreed price minus actual price on 31st December. So what is agreed price? 5,000. Farmer has agreed. Farmer said that, there was an agreement, forward agreement or forward contract between farmer and shop owner saying that 5,000. Farmer telling that he'll be selling all his vegetables to 5,000 only, but the current value is 4,000. So because of that 4,000, farmer will be at the profit of 1,000 rupees. Okay, the shop owner will be at loss in this scenario because shop owner told that he'll be buying all the vegetables that farmer can cultivate at 5,000. Okay, if farmer is producing less quantities, if the value of the vegetables is less also, shop owner should buy them at 5,000 for sure because the shop owner already made an agreement. He'll be buying all the vegetables from farmer at 5,000. Okay. So these are the two types of scenarios. If price goes up, farmer will be at loss. If price goes down, farmer will be at profit. Okay. All right. These are the some important points regarding forward contracts. First one is forward contracts. In forward contracts, there won't be any guarantee on returns. Now see, like I told, there won't be any brokers involved in forward contracts. So the shop owner can come to farmer home and beat farmer, and he can violate the agreement which they have made. Okay. In villages, what happens? Imagine that the farmer has cultivated vegetables worth of 10,000, but he made agreement to sell, forward agreement to sell them at 5,000 only on 1st December. Okay. But he cultivated fruits or vegetables worth of 10,000. Okay. According to agreement, farmer needs to sell them at 5,000 only. Okay. But he don't, if he violates that agreement and if he tries to escape from the shop owner, what can happen? The shop owner can come with his gang and beat the farmer because they already made an agreement. Farmer need to sell the vegetables at 5,000 irrespective of the production. Okay. Irrespective of the value. But if the farmer thinks that he has produced 10,000 value of vegetables and he wants to violate the contract, what can happen? Shopkeeper can come with his gang and beat the farmer. That can happen. And second case, if because of some earthquake, farmer was not able to produce 5,000 worth vegetables, imagine that he has produced only less quantities of vegetables, and the value of those vegetables is only 1,000 rupees. Okay, so in this scenario, farmer can go with his gang and beat shopkeeper and ask the shopkeeper to buy the vegetables for 5,000, even though the worth of those vegetables is 1,000, because the shopkeeper already agreed to buy all the vegetables produced by the farmer at 5,000 itself, irrespective of situation, irrespective of external factors, irrespective of price, irrespective of value. Okay, so the shopkeeper already made an agreement there, saying that he'll be buying all the vegetables produced by the farmer, irrespective of all these things. So even though if the farmer produces only 1,000 rupee value vegetables, and according to agreement, the farmer will be selling those 1,000 value vegetables for 5,000 because of that agreement. In this type of scenarios, farmers will get benefited. Okay, the farmers can go with his gang and beat that shopkeeper and sell that vegetables for 5,000, even though its value is 1,000 rupees in current market. Okay, so that's how the forward contracts work. Okay, so like I said, there won't be any middle person. So transaction is done over the counter. Over the counter is nothing but hand-to-hand transaction. Okay, farmer and shopkeeper, they stand in front of each other and they talk and they exchange money, they exchange products, vegetables, fruits, etc. They exchange money. That type of counter, I mean, exchange is nothing but over the counter exchange or one-to-one transaction. There won't be any brokers, there won't be any guarantee. Okay, so farmer may get, I mean, the farmer may be at loss, or that shopkeeper may be at also a loss, or farmer may violate forward contract, or shopkeeper may violate forward contract, and there can be a big issue between them. They fight. I mean, anything can happen because there is no middleman, there is no broker to take care, and yes, in till I mean, even today there are forward contracts happening between farmers and shop owners, and there are a lot many people violating forward contracts, and also, I mean, the shopkeeper or the farmer, they violate forward contracts, and there will be fighting happening between farmers and shop owners on forward contracts. Okay, they sign initially, and when it's overvalued or when it's undervalued, if it's overvalued, farmer will be fighting. If it's undervalued, shop owner will be fighting. That's how it happens. So there is no broker involved, no middleman to take care of the transactions and to balance the risk, and transaction is done one-to-one. So there, I mean, that type of transaction is called over the counter transaction. And yeah, there is no guarantee. Like I told, farmer can go and beat shopkeeper, or shopkeeper can come and beat farmer. Anything can happen. Okay, because it's one-to-one transaction. So that's how the forward contract is. I'm pretty sure most of the people understood what is forward contract and why it is implemented and how it is implemented and what are aftermath scenarios. Okay, what can happen on 31st December if the value, I mean, if vegetable value is more than 5,000, what happens? Even though the farmer need to sell them at 5,000 only because of that contract. If the vegetable value is 1,000 in this scenario, the farmer need to sell them at 5,000. In this scenario, shopkeeper will be at loss. Okay, so this is all about forward contracts. All right, what is future contract? So what is future contract? Yes, it's pretty similar to forward contract, very similar to forward contract. Okay, but there is only one difference, only one, not one, only two difference between forward contract and future contract. So let me explain them formally. Okay, so let's move forward. All right. This is a formal definition for future contract. Okay. Future contract is a standardized contract. It's a standardized agreement. Okay. Between two parties where one party agrees to buy and other party agrees to sell at a specified quantity of a specified product or asset at an agreed price on a future date through an exchange. Okay. I repeat, future contract is a standardized contract between two parties where one party agrees to buy and other party agrees to sell a specified quantity of a specified product or asset at an agreed price. In previous example, agreed price is 5,000 rupees. Hope you remember. Okay. On a specified future date. In our previous example, specified future date is 31st December. Okay. Through an exchange. This is an important line. Through an exchange, nothing but there will be broker in future contract. In forward contract, there won't be any broker, one-to-one transactions, no middlemans, no one. Okay. But in future contract, there will be a middleman. There will be a broker who will be taking care of transactions, who will be taking care of risk involved. Okay. In previous example, there won't be any middleman. In forward contract, there won't be any middleman. So the farmer can fight with shopkeeper or shopkeeper can also fight with farmer. Anything can happen. They violate few times, they violate forward contract. Okay. Irrespective of the agreement forward contract made, farmer try to escape from the shopkeeper and he tries to sell the 7,000 valued vegetables to some other customer or some other shop owner. Okay. If that happens, what can happen? They fight each other. So that's the risk involved in forward contracts. But when it comes to future contract, it's little different. There will be a broker involved. The broker will be taking care of transactions. The broker will be taking care of risk involved. The broker will be trying to do good thing to both shop owner and to farmer. I mean, the broker will takes care of. I mean, the broker will try to uh, stand according to the agreement. Okay. If someone is trying to violate the agreement, then broker goes and broker fights with that person to go with according to the agreement. Okay. So in future contract, middleman or broker comes here to give guarantee on transaction. Okay. That's very important point. That's why I wrote this point. Transaction is done through an exchange. That exchange person is nothing but the middleman or a broker person. Okay. All right. All right. I'm pretty sure that most of the people uh, understanding the images here. Okay. So he's the same farmer who made a future contract instead of forward contract. In previous scenario, imagine that he had made forward contract, and today imagine that he has made futures contract. Okay. So what he is making? He is making future contract to sell vegetables for 5,000 irrespective of situation, irrespective of value, irrespective of external factors. Okay. The farmer is making futures contract here. So there will be SEBI registered broker between farmer and shop owner. Okay. So there won't be any fights between each other and there won't be any illegal transactions between each other, and they cannot violate the transaction. They cannot violate the agreement in futures. Okay. So farmer making on futures agreement, farmers making and future agreement to sell vegetables to shop owner. Okay. So imagine that farmer has agreed to sell vegetables at 5,000 on 31st December. Okay. Making a future agreement or future contract on 1st December. I repeat, imagine that farmer has agreed to sell vegetables at 5,000 rupees only, irrespective of external factors, irrespective of value or irrespective of price on 31st December. Okay. He has agreed to sell them at 5,000 only, making a future agreement on 1st December. Okay. So there will be broker involved between farmer and shop owner. So there won't be any fights. There won't be any problem in transaction, or there won't be any fighting, and there won't be any violation of futures contract. Okay. All right. So we never know the value of those vegetables on 31st December. I mean, the price may go up or the price may go down. It depends on demand and supply on 31st December. Like I told, there can be a tsunami coming, or there can be a cyclone coming, or there can be earthquake or floods coming, so that the farmer may not produce the quantities which he has promised to sell. Okay. Or the other scenario, imagine that there is no tsunami, nothing, etc. Everything went well. Farmer land was very fertile, and imagine that he has produced more quantities, which is having a value of 8,000 or some 9,000. Okay. In this scenario as well, if he is making futures contract, you need to sell them at 5,000 only. Okay. Irrespective of price and value. So price may go up or go down. It depends on demand and supply on 31st December. Okay. But farmer has made futures agreement on December 1st only. Okay. And the shop owner has agreed to buy them. The farmer has made future agreement saying that he will sell vegetables for 5,000, and that shop owner has agreed to buy them at 5,000. That's the futures agreement. Okay. Now let's see what can happen on 31st December. Case 1 and case 2. Okay. Simple, same, similar. Like I told, forward contract and future contracts are pretty same. The only thing is the SEBI registered broker comes in between them. He'll take care of transactions. He'll take care of risk involved. He'll take care of people. I mean, he'll take care of farmer and shop owner. Not to, I mean, he'll be taking care of them to not to violate or not to go against the contract made, futures contract made between them. He'll be looking into all those things. Okay. So now see, on that 1st December, if price goes to 7,000, okay, imagine that farmer has produced large quantities of vegetables and the value of those quantities is 7,000 now. Okay. But he has already made an agreement, futures agreement for 5,000, that he's saying that he'll be selling all those vegetables for 5,000 only. Even though irrespective of value, on 31st December, he need to sell them at 5,000. Okay. In that scenario, farmer will be at a loss of 2,000, right? Because the value of the vegetables which he cultivated is 7,000 now today, but he need to sell them at 5,000 only to that shopkeeper. He need to sell them at 5,000 only, even if its value is 7,000, because of that futures contract. Okay. So now farmer cannot violate futures contract. If he violates, SEBI broker will come and slap the farmer. Okay. Because futures contract is an authorized contract. Farmer cannot violate here. So it's mandatory for the farmer to sell vegetables at 5,000 only, irrespective of the value, irrespective of the production, irrespective of anything. Okay. So if the value is more than 5,000, even though the farmer cannot violate the contract, and he cannot do, or he cannot escape from the contract. Okay. So loss is nothing but agreed price minus actual price. So agreed price was 5,000, and but the actual price is 7,000. So because of this, farmer will be at a loss of 2,000 rupees. Okay. In case 2, so let's look at scenario 2, case 2. Now on 31st December, if price goes to 4,000, imagine that there had a heavy rains for 2 weeks in that month. Okay. Contract is made on 1st December, but after December 10, imagine that there had heavy rains till December 20. Okay. Because of that rains, farmer was not able to produce required amount of quantities. Okay. So now December 31st comes. So the value of the vegetables that the farmer produced is only 4,000 because of that heavy rainfall and floods, and because of some tsunami or earthquake. Imagine that the farmer has cultivated vegetables which is having a value of 4,000 only, even though the farmer will be selling them at 5,000. Even though the value is 4,000, the farmer has the right. The farmer has, because the farmer has made futures contract on December 1st only, saying that irrespective of external factors, irrespective of value and the price, he need to sell at 5,000, and shop owner need to buy them at 5,000. Okay, whatever the value or whatever the price on 31st December. Okay, So because of that rainfall and that floods and earthquakes, etc., because of those factors, if farmer is not able to produce, I mean, if the farmer is producing only vegetables which are having a value of 4,000, then also he will have the right to sell them at 5,000. Okay. Now, if shop owner doesn't agree, or if shop owner want to violate, and if you don't want to buy that for 5,000 because the value is only 4,000, why should that, if shop owner says that why should I buy them for 5,000 when the value is 4,000? If shop owner says that, SEBI registered broker goes and slaps shop owner, because the shop owner has already made an agreement, futures contract. There is a futures contract between farmer and shop owner. The shop owner has already agreed that he'll be buying all the vegetables at 5,000 irrespective of the situation. Now, if he says that I won't be buying because I'm getting only 4,000 valued vegetables, if he says that, SEBI registered broker will go and hit him, and no, practically they won't hit, but they'll take care of, there will be some formalities. Okay. So SEBI registered broker will take care of that shop owner and ask him to buy for 5,000 as per the agreement made. Okay. So there won't be any, there won't be any tension for the farmer here, because SEBI registered broker will take care. So farmer can happily sit at home and chill. Okay. So that's the advantage of futures contract. In forward contract, what can happen? In forward contract, so what can happen? There can be a fight between farmer and shop owner. There, no one can take care. I mean, the farmer can violate, or the shopkeeper may violate. Okay. So there can be violation in the contracts, or I mean, the transaction cannot be guaranteed. They'll fight each other, and there won't be any person to take care of all those things in case of forward contracts. But in future contracts, SEBI registered broker will come. He'll take care of contract transactions. He'll take care of contract. He'll be seeing that, he'll be taking care of farmer and as well as shopkeeper. I mean, he'll take care that these people won't be, these people should not be going against futures contract that was made. Okay. So if the price goes to 4,000, the farmer will be at profit of 1,000 rupees, because SEBI registered broker will go to shop owner and says that as per the agreement, you need to buy them at 5,000, even though if its value is 4,000. Okay. So the farmer will get 1,000 rupees profit in this scenario. Okay. So profit is agreed price minus actual price. So agreed price is 5,000 rupees, which the farmer and shop owner made an agreement saying that farmer will be saying selling his vegetables for 5,000, and shop owner will be buying them at 5,000. So you should do that irrespective of price. And the actual price is 4,000 on that 1st December. So shop owner will be at a loss of 1,000 rupees and farmer will be at a profit of 1,000 rupees in second scenario. Now, here are few important points regarding futures contract. In futures contract, I'm so sorry. In futures contract, there will be, remove this won't. I'm very sorry for this error. So in futures contract, there will be guarantee on returns. Okay. Because SEBI registered broker will take care. If someone trying to violate the rule, SEBI registered broker will be filing a case or he'll go according to formalities, and he'll take care of that person not to violate against the contract made, futures contract made. Okay. So if farmer is trying to violate, the same SEBI registered broker will come to farmer and file some case, or he'll go according to the rules, and he'll take care of the farmer not to violate the contract, the futures contract which was made on December 1st. Okay. So transaction is done through SEBI registered brokers. Okay. So middlemans, nothing but brokers involved in futures contract, and brokers will take care of transactions. So there will be guarantee. There won't be any fights. There won't be any drama. Okay, so SEBI registered broker, it's SEBI registered broker's duty to take care of farmer and also shopkeeper, and to take care of transactions, and to take care of people not violating contracts. Okay, all right. You already know the differences between forwards and futures. I already explained it. Okay, so let's go through it formally. All right, here is the differences between forwards and futures contracts. Okay, so in forwards, transaction is done over the counter. I already told you that they'll exchange money, vegetables, etc., hand to hand. Okay, there won't be any middle person. There won't be any broker taking care of all these transactions and exchanges. Okay, so transaction is done over the counter, hand to hand transaction. Okay, but in future scenario, transaction is done through SEBI registered broker. Okay, so broker will be, I mean, broker will stand in between farmer and shop owner, and he'll be transferring goods from farmer to shop owner, and he'll be taking money from shop owner and giving that to farmer. Okay, he'll act as a middleman. He's a SEBI registered broker, and he will take care of all those things. Okay, so no guarantee on transactions. I already told, in villages they fight, they violate forward contract, etc. But in futures they cannot, because SEBI registered broker files a case. He'll proceed legally. He can do anything. So if you're making futures contract, if you're making futures contract, then SEBI registered broker will take care of all the transactions and exchanges. Okay, so there won't be any worry. So, and customized contracts. In forwards, the contracts are customized, available in loose quantities. Example, retailers. Imagine in forward contract, nothing but, yes, okay. For example, customized contract is nothing but vegetable can be sold in loose quantities. For example, it can be 5 kgs or 9 kgs or 15 kgs or 20 kgs or 30 kgs. Okay, or some 12 kgs or 11 kgs or 17 kgs. So in forward contract, there won't be any specified quantity. But when it is coming to futures contract, uh, contracts are standardized contract. Okay, nothing but available only in lots. Example, wholesaler. You won't get loose quantities in futures. You won't be making agreement on loose quantities. Okay, for example, get on to the charts. Now look at this Nifty Bank. Okay, I'm so sorry. All right, good. Okay, look at this Nifty Bank future. Okay, this is Nifty December future. This is Bank Nifty December futures. So this is nothing but future contract between buyer and seller. Okay, not farmer and shop owner. In our example, it's farmer and shop owner. But in trading, in stock markets, it's a future contract. Okay, between buyer and seller. And here there will be SEBI registered broker, who is nothing but Zerodha, Angel Broking, Upstocks. All those things are SEBI registered brokers. So broker will be taking care of transactions. You cannot violate the transaction. Okay, so this is how the contract will look like. If it's a Nifty index, it's Nifty. If it's a December contract, it's nothing but this contract will expire on December 31st. Okay, so this is December contract, and FUT is nothing but futures. Now see, when I click on buy, it's directly showing 72 here. Okay, I mean 75 here. I mean, I cannot get loose quantities. I can buy either 75 quantities or multiple of 75 quantities, nothing but 150, 225, 300, like that. Okay, I won't be getting loose quantities here. This is nothing but lot. One lot has 75 quantities. Okay, so when I click on Bank Nifty buy, see, one lot is 25 quantities in Bank Nifty futures. Okay, I cannot buy or sell some 10 quantities or 12 quantities or 17 or 22 quantities. Okay, so it's a standardized contract. Futures is nothing but it's a standardized contract where you will be selling specified quantities. Okay, specified quantities nothing but lots. There will be some specified quantities, lots. One lot is 25 quantities for Bank Nifty, and one lot is 75 quantities for Nifty. December is nothing but December expiry, which is nothing but December 31st is the contract ending date, expiry date, and FUT is nothing but futures agreement, futures contract. Okay, so now say for Bank Nifty futures, I can buy either 25 quantities or multiples of 25, nothing but 50, 75, 100, 125, 150. Okay, so those are standardized contracts of a specified quantity, which is available only in lots. Okay, I hope you guys are very clear with what is standardized quantity and what is lot. Okay, all right. So yes, forward contract is uncontrolled and unregulated. I already told you, uncontrolled means there can be a drama happening around shopkeeper and farmer, and they may fight. A lot many things can happen. The farmer may, I mean, go against the contract. Okay, he may, I mean, if he produces large quantities having 7,000 value, he don't want to sell at 5,000 according to agreement. So what can he do? He violate the agreement. He tries to sell those vegetables for some other customers or some other shop owner. In that scenario, the agreed shop owner can come and beat that farmer. So anything can happen. Okay. So forward contracts are unregulated and uncontrolled. We cannot do anything because there won't be any middleman there to take care of all these things. So no one takes care of forward contracts. So even in villages today, for there will be there will be fights between farmers and also shop owners. Lot many things. We don't generally see all these things in news, but this happens daily, every day. Okay, on every forward contract. And when it comes to future contract, it's transparent and regulated. I already showed you. Okay, it's transparent and regulated because there will be a SEBI registered broker, nothing but zero the upstocks and all those things. All those people will be there between buyer and seller. So SEBI registered brokers will be there between farmer and also shop owner. So you cannot violate, you cannot go against the futures contract once you have made it, once you have signed it. Okay. So in our example, SEBI registered broker will be there taking care of vegetables and also transactions between farmer and shop owner. In stock markets, SEBI registered broker, nothing but zero the stocks, angel broking, etc., will take care of transactions between buyer and seller. And yeah, there won't be any fight between buyers and sellers in this scenario. Okay, because it's a regulated. You cannot go against the futures contract. Okay, all right. So that's all about futures and forwards. I hope you guys are very clear, and yeah, I'm expecting that you guys are very clear, and yeah, you do. I'm expecting that you guys are happy with the examples that I have given till now. Okay, so if you guys are very clear with futures, forwards, and future contracts, forward contracts, and if you guys are very clear with lots, and you guys are very clear with the expiry date, etc., and about the brokers and all those things. Okay, if you guys are very clear with all these things, and if you guys are very clear with the differences between forwards and futures, and if you guys really understand what I have taught till now, please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, thank you guys, thank you all, thanks a lot.